Party Trippers. So I'm here at our hospedeja hostel where I'm staying. It's called Quilla, Hospedeja Quilla, in the town of Santa Teresa, and I'm gonna walk to where all the cars that take you to the Hidroelectrica or anywhere else you want to go, Cusco, or I don't know, anywhere you'd want to go, like that can get you to another point, like Cusco, Tambo, Santa Maria, another little town before this. And I'm gonna show you where you can get a ride to the Hidroelectrica, and from there you could either take the train. Hidroelectrica is just a train station in the middle of nowhere. You can take a train or walk to the nearest town to Machu Picchu, Aguascalientes. But I'm gonna show you here a little bit of the town and where you can get those cars. It's not that big of a town. There's plenty, definitely, of hostels you could stay at, and they're relatively cheap. Ours was 30 soles, which is like around, can't remember right now, but I'll put in the estimate of the price in US dollars later. Looks like there's a disco there. Two little stores, restaurants. There's definitely some hikes, and there's some thermal waters back there that I'm going to be going to later. I'll show you a little bit of that in a bit. But this is where you would be entering, through there where that car is exiting, and it's actually a market up there. And all these cars you see here, they're just either taxis or collective rides, like ride shares, where you can take a ride to wherever you need to go pretty much, or to another town or city that takes you to where you need to go. So yeah, this is the main point where you want to be. You can't miss it. It's like right smack at the entrance of the town. But yeah, now I'm gonna walk back to my hotel, show you a little bit of what it looks like from the inside, and a bit of views of the town. It's not too big, nothing much to see here. Alright, what's up everybody? So I made it back to the room. This is where I'm staying right now. It's 2 beds, little table, window, the outside here, little stairway set, a little patio where you could chill. There's Wi-Fi, views from the hotel, hostel. Pretty basic. This door doesn't open, so it goes to another room, but it's locked. They use little locks, so they provide a lock, but if you bring your own lock, you can double lock it. It's called Hostal Quilla. They have a little cool little light bulb here, hanger right there, a shower, pretty nice shower head, hot water, sink and toilet, little TV. Definitely a cool little room for 30 soles. With 30 soles is not that much at all. It's under $15. It's around, like, I'd say like $12 maybe. But I'm dressed, ready to go to the thermal water, so I'm gonna start heading over there. Just gonna lock the room and get everything situated. I'll take all my things with me. We're gonna start heading that way. Got the door locked. Got everything ready to go. Gonna start heading over to the thermal waters and show you a little bit of it. A little bit of Santa Teresa and what it has to offer while you chill here before your journey to Machu Picchu, or Aguascalientes, the town where Machu Picchu resides. Let's go. Hasta luego. Pretty amazing views from this town. To get here, you have to go over some pretty windy roads and super tall mountains with snow caps at the top of them. I was gonna film the journey over here, but I had a bad seat on my rideshare van and I was getting a bit queasy on the ride. But I'll try to film the ride back. If I get a van, I might take the train. And to enter the thermal waters here, it's only 10 soles, which is like $3 and some change. It's not that much. Pretty cheap. If you're a tourist, that's the price at least. There's thermal waters in Aguascalientes, the town nearest Machu Picchu as well. But I hear it's very touristy and you much rather want to go to the one here than the one over there. And it looks pretty nice from the photo I saw. But yeah, I heard the one in Aguascalientes is really packed with people and the waters are a little murky. This one has better waters. I guess it's more hygienic and I'm not sure what else. We'll find out. Heading that way now. Check out the views. Santa Teresa te quiero limpio, which translates Santa Teresa, I want you clean. And it looks like the thermal waters are somewhere down there. Keep walking there, and they're open till 11 p.m. So that's pretty cool. Super epic views from here. Check this out over here. You can see like the valley and the river going all the way down that way. Just a little more on getting to Machu Picchu. The cheapest way to do it is if you fly into Lima. And from Lima, if you're just only trying to go to Machu Picchu, then the best thing would be to get a bus. See if there's a bus from Lima to Cusco. If not, you can get a bus to Arequipa or Nazca, and from there you can get another bus, like continue going from town to town until you get to Cusco. But I'm sure there's a bus to Cusco from Lima. And once you're in Cusco, it's rather easy. There's so many options. There's so many people offering you tours. I would advise to try to like stay away from the tours at first and look at what other options are available before just jumping on a tour right away, because you can take a collective from a road called Pavitos in the downtown area of Cusco, and there's always people there offering rides, either like ride shares in taxis or ride shares in vans. The ride shares in taxis are 15 and it could just be like an unknown taxi driver, versus the vans, there's actually a oh, hold on, there's a car coming, gotta get out of the way real quick. So as I was saying, there's just random taxi dudes there offering you rides like 15 a person to go to Ollantaytambo, which is like the next place you want to go to before getting to Machu Picchu. And there's actually a company there, like right on the corner. That's where they all hang out because they know there's going to be tourists who are wanting to go to Ollantaytambo, so they try to get some business from that. So you could either take the taxi or take a van, a rideshare van with the company. I would recommend the company and go in a van because they're much safer. It's not like someone that's unknown that may have bad intentions. And it's only 10 soles, it's 5 soles cheaper. But maybe if you find a trustworthy cab driver or someone that'll take you in a car, like a 4-door car, it might be safe. I'm not sure, I never did that, but I'd recommend the actual company that's there on the corner of the street called Pavitos. In downtown Cusco. And that's Pavitos. And from Ollantaytambo, which takes 2 hours to get there, by the way, only 2 hours from Cusco. And you're going to be going through some pretty epic views on the way. You're going to be passing through the Sacred Valley. I filmed some of that, so you'll be seeing some of that as well. And once you get to Ollantaytambo, from there's a lot of stuff you could do. There's a lot of free stuff you could do. There's a lot of hiking, there's a lot of trekking you can do, there's a lot of tours. It's a pretty beautiful Inca city. It's like pretty distinct from all the other cities I've ever been to here in Ollantaytambo. I mean in Peru. It's quite historic. There has a lot of history to it. I would highly recommend to stay a few days in Ollantaytambo and check out all the stuff there. But once you're on Ollantaytambo, what you can do is go to the Plaza de Armas, which is like the main plaza in Ollantaytambo, and be there around 8:30, 8 in the morning if you can. They usually have buses, taxis, and vans offering rides to Santa Teresa or Santa Maria. Santa Maria is a town smaller than the one we're in now, before Santa Teresa. I would recommend just to get a ride to Santa Teresa if you're trying to go to Machu Picchu. And once you're in Santa Teresa, depending at the time you get here, you're going to want to either get an hotel here, it's super cheap like I mentioned earlier, or you're going to want to just, as soon as you get dropped off, you're going to see right at the entrance, I showed it earlier, is where all the taxi drivers and van drivers hang out, and that's where you can pay them to take you to the hydroelectrica. From there, you could either take the train for $35 US or around there, around $35 US, more or less. Or you can walk the 2-hour hike to Aguascalientes. It'd be up to you, but that's the cheapest way to do it. Because if you take the train from Cusco, or from, let's say you fly into Lima, once you get to Cusco, if you take the train, once you get to Cusco, it's going to be rather expensive. I believe it's like $340, $320 round trip. So it's a much cheaper option to just get to Cusco and take ride shares to Ollantaytambo, from Ollantaytambo to Santa Teresa, Hidroelectrica. You obviously take the train for only like $35 more or less, or you walk 2.5 hours to Aguascalientes. But yeah, that's one of the cheap and convenient ways to get to the town Aguascalientes, of where Machu Picchu is. But if you'd like to avoid all the dodgy roads and you have more money and you're not trying to budget, then I'd suggest just take the train, because it is pretty convenient. You can take the train from Ollantaytambo too. So if you go exactly how I said, you just get to Ollantaytambo from Cusco, you can take the train to Aguascalientes, which is around $64, $65. Not too expensive, actually. It's rather cheap. Not exactly how long it takes to get there, but it shouldn't be too long. But yeah, those are some options on how you can get to Machu Picchu and save yourself some money and not get scammed by the tours. Most of the tours, they're not very, I mean, they could be friendly, but they're just trying to get your money for the most part. And I don't really like people that just want to scam you. It's not, I mean, I doubt anyone wants to get scammed, but most of the tours are just trying to scam you. They'll charge you more than what you could just do on your own, and it'll be a quite fun and amazing experience. So I'm still walking here trying to find these thermal waters. I might have gone the wrong way, I'm not even sure, but it's still a pretty amazing hike around here. Check out the views now. Still spectacular views. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome little walk here. And I'm gonna try to make a video as well of Ollantaytambo, like recommending places where you could eat and talking more about the restaurants there, on how you could save money, because Most of the restaurants and most things in Alantay Tambo are overpriced. Not as much as Aguascalientes, I would think. I have not been there yet, but it's way overpriced from like Lima, Arequipa, and other places like that. And if you only speak English, they're gonna try to charge you more than what it actually is. I mean, as in many foreign countries that you visit, you might have already experienced that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep walking here. Check back in when I'm closer to the thermal waters. Baños termodinales de Cocalmayo. So we made it after a super far walk. No, I'm just kidding, a 25-minute walk. But we got lost, so it took a little bit longer. Let's go check it out. Hola. Es 10 soles, ¿verdad? Para la entrada. Gracias. Alright, so we got our ticket. And this is it. Check it out. Ahorita no, gracias.
¿Ya cargo? No se vaya a vayar.
This is pretty much it. Pretty nice thermal waters if you ask me. They got quite a few. There's like 3-4 different pools. Check it out. I'm gonna get in now and enjoy the thermal waters here, and I'll catch back up with you tomorrow. Later.